Life moves fast. So fast, but the soul moves slowly, and somewhere between these two speeds, something in you has forgotten how to simply be alive. Because somewhere in the quiet corners of your being, you stopped hearing yourself. Somewhere between expectations and disappointments, between what you wanted and what life gave you, a distance, a quiet ache began to grow. You carry it every day, this weight, this silent exhaustion, this feeling that you are living, yet not living. And maybe, just maybe, it's because you've spent so long trying to become someone the world would approve of that you forgot how to return to yourself. Pause for a moment. Feel your breath. Feel your chest rise. Feel the stillness behind the noise. Because the truth is, you are not broken. You are simply tired of pretending you are not hurting. And that tiredness, that deep inner fatigue, it is not a flaw. It is a signal, a whisper from the soul, saying, "Come home, sit with me, listen again." You see, life isn't asking you to run faster. It's asking you to slow down, to return, to remember, to feel. And the moment you stop fighting your own heart, the moment you sit with your pain and simply breathe with it, something begins to soften. Because healing never arrives loudly. It arrives gently, quietly, like a sunrise behind a mountain. Slow, soft and happens, inevitable. So breathe, just breathe, and allow yourself to be human again. Nothing is wrong with you. You are simply rediscovering the forgotten rhythm of being alive. But listen, beneath all this heaviness, beneath all this seriousness you've carried, there is a truth waiting to be touched, a truth so simple, so disarming, that you may have overlooked it your entire life. You don't have to take life so seriously. Not every thought needs to be solved. Not every fear needs to be conquered. Not every mistake needs to define you. Some moments are meant to be lived, not analyzed. Some days are meant to be breathed through, not mastered. Some paths are meant to be wandered, not calculated. But somewhere along the way, you were taught that life is a test, a competition, a scoreboard, a long list of achievements you must tick off before you can finally feel at peace. But what if peace is not a finish line? What if peace is simply the permission to let life be life and let yourself be you? Imagine that for a moment, a life not weighed down by constant seriousness, but supported by gentle awareness. A life where you don't rush through every hour, as if you are late for something sacred. A life where you don't grip every problem, as if the world will collapse if you let go for even a second. What if letting go is actually the beginning of truly living? You see, when you take life too seriously, you shrink it. You turn each day into a battlefield. You turn each mistake into a crisis. You turn each desire into an emergency. You forget that life is not a punishment. Life is not a mission. Life is not a burden. You must constantly hold up. Life is an experience, a fleeting, precious, wild experience that does not repeat itself. And when you loosen your grip, when you stop tightening around every emotion, you begin to see what you could not see before. You begin to see the softness in ordinary moments, the poetry in small things, the humor in your own seriousness, you begin to see that the universe is not waiting for you to impress it. It is waiting for you to participate in it, to laugh, to breathe, to rest, to feel, to exist without the weight of constant self-judgment. Because the truth is, life becomes clearer. When you stop trying to control every part of it, joy becomes louder when you stop chasing it. Beauty becomes visible when you stop rushing past it. Peace becomes possible when you stop treating yourself like a project. So, for this moment, right now, let yourself soften. Let yourself loosen. Let yourself breathe without purpose. The world will not fall apart if you pause. Your life will not collapse if you take one step back. You will not fail if you choose gentleness over pressure. In fact, your life might finally begin. Because the soul, your soul, does not bloom under tension. It opens in spaciousness. It opens when you allow life to be imperfect. It opens when you stop demanding that everything must make sense. So let this be your first step, a step away from heaviness, a step away from overthinking, a step away from the seriousness that has drained your spirit, and a step toward lightness, presence, ease, a softer way of being, a way of being that whispers, "You are allowed to be alive without carrying the world." You see, everything you fear, everything you cling to, everything you chase, it all belongs to a world that is constantly changing. And the more tightly you hold it, the more it slips through your fingers. Because life is not a stone. It is water. It moves, flows, shifts, becomes. And the moment you understand this, something inside you begins to relax. You stop wrestling with life as if it were your enemy. You stop arguing with reality as if resistance could bend the universe to your liking. You begin to see that life is not demanding seriousness from you. It is offering openness to you. It is whispering, "Come, walk lightly, breathe deeply, live gently." Because the seriousness you carry, that heavy constant weight, is not coming from life. It is coming from the mind that believes it must hold the entire world together. But you don't have to. You never did. Let this settle in, like dust falling in a quiet sunbeam. You don't have to be perfect to be at peace. You don't have to have the answers to be allowed to breathe. You don't have to solve life to be allowed to live it. And once you begin to loosen your grip, life begins to reveal its softness. The world becomes a little less sharp, a little less urgent, a little less frightening. Not because life changed, but because you changed the way you meet it. You begin to notice the light on the floor, the sound of the wind, the warmth of your own hands, the stillness between heartbeats. You begin to see that life is happening everywhere, not just in the big moments, not just in the successes, not just in the places you were taught to chase. Life is happening in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the space you never look at when you're too serious to see. And slowly, you begin to laugh again. Not a loud laugh, not a forced laugh, but a gentle one. The kind that rises from a place deeper than happiness, a place called understanding. The understanding that life is far too short to be clenched, far too temporary to be carried like a burden, far too mysterious to be taken so painfully seriously. There is a kind of wisdom in loosening your grip, a wisdom older than thought, The wisdom that says, you are not here to control the river. You are here to float sometimes, to swim sometimes, and to simply feel the water around you. Because life is not a punishment, life is not a test, life is not a mission handed to you with strict instructions. Life is an invitation to experience, to taste, to explore, to feel, to fall, to rise, to break, to heal, to become, and to let go when the moment asks you to let go. So if you truly want peace, if you truly want freedom, not the kind sold in books or shouted on stages, but the quiet, real kind, the kind that lives in your chest, the kind that softens your voice, the kind that turns your life into something gentle, then hear this deeply. Stop taking everything so seriously. Stop treating every thought like a command. Stop treating every feeling like a danger. Stop treating every mistake like a prophecy. You are human. You will forget things. You will misunderstand things. You will fall short. You will break. You will heal. You will try again. This is not failure. This is the rhythm of being alive. And when you stop fighting that rhythm, you begin to dance with it. Life becomes lighter. Your steps become softer. Your breath becomes steadier. Your heart becomes clearer. Not because the world changed, but because you finally stopped waging war with yourself. So let this be your gentle permission to laugh at the seriousness that once consumed you, to smile at the version of yourself who believed everything had to be perfect, to breathe without needing a reason to deserve the breath, to live without needing a story to justify your life. Because freedom is not found in controlling life. Freedom is found in meeting life without armor. Freedom is found in allowing each moment to be exactly what it is. Freedom is found in surrender. Not the collapse kind, but the trusting kind. The surrender that says, I don't need to hold the universe. I just need to be here while it moves through me. And that simple, profound truth is the end of seriousness and the beginning of living. So soften, breathe, loosen, and allow yourself to live this life without carrying it like a burden. Because life is not asking you to pass a test. Life is asking you to experience it. And when you finally understand that, you will smile. A gentle, knowing smile. The kind that says, I am here, I am alive, and I don't have to take every breath, every thought, every moment so seriously anymore. This is the beginning of freedom. This is the beginning of peace. This is the beginning of truly being alive.